Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today, we're discussing a watch launched in 2017. This is the Girard-Perregaux Laureato 42. It's 42 millimeters in diameter in stainless steel. It's 10.9 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip. The case, and just the case, is 49.1 millimeters, and if we include the end link of the bracelet, the rigid total distance horizontally across the wrist is 52.5 millimeters. Let's take a quick look at the watch on my wrist. You can see that it's an easy watch to wear. It does have these little downward canted ends. So the case I would describe more as a tonneau than a round case, and it actually starts to curve right at the edge of your wrist. So my wrist is 16 centimeters. I think you could wear this watch on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters, maybe even 14. It really is quite a good fit. You can see there over the top, and I'm pulling it down fairly tight. And taking a look down the barrel, I think that's the most honest angle. You can see I've got a little bit of clearance. It's super thin, and then with a stepped case flank, it'll slide easily underneath the dress cuff. So it's a sports watch, but you could definitely wear it formally. The watch is a fully integrated case, lug, and bracelet profile, and of course the first Laureato of 1975 was part of that initial generation of integrated bracelet sports watches from Rolex, IWC, Vacheron Constantin, Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and others, and this is very much of that era. So the watch includes a few unusual details, one of which is the transverse satin finish of the primary links. You can see the intermediates are polished. The outer faces are longitudinally finished, in contrast to the transverse satin of the tops. And then there's a little bevel that continues unbroken from the shoulder to the shoulder to the shoulder of the links and then across the case on both sides. So we have that longitudinal bevel that's quite beautiful and continues on the tapering links of the bracelet. Now what I like to see here is that removable links are fixed by screws, no pin sleeves. This is the right way to do it. You can also see that there is an irregular sized link on each side. So if you find you're somewhat in between sizes with the standard size links, you do have a little intermediate link on each side to fine tune the fit. We have a double folding clasp that is a sequential close, so one side closes before the other. There's twin trigger release, so you have to press both to pop it open. It's a sports watch bracelet. It's going to keep you secure even through vigorous activities. Now the tapered bracelet expands into the lugs, which expand into the mid case. The mid case is dominated by an octagonal bezel, and it's a little bit more of a strict octagon compared to the rounded octagon you find on a Royal Oak. There's a circular satin finish on its top. Its outer faces are polished, and then you can see it sits on a polished round plinth, so there's a little bit of a stacked, layered appearance to the case. We have a screw-down crown. The watch is 100 meters water resistant, and take a quick look. You can see that same octagonal faceting on the outer edge of the crown. Taking a look at the dial, you can see the counterweight for the seconds hand is actually 1/2 of a Girard-Perregaux golden bridge, and then we have a little raised step outboard adjacent to the polished inner face of the bezel. That's for reading your minutes and seconds. We have applied and polished dart style hour indices. We'll do a lume shot real quick here. Take a look. And as a sports watch, it is quite well loomed. You can easily read it in the dark. We have a pyramide clou de Paris. This hobnail features individual hobnails that have 4 facets, so pyramide. We have an applied GP logo. One of the curious features of this watch is if you do advance to a date that has 9, the 9 is a different font than the 9 on the logo. Let's take a quick look at the case back. The good news continues on the reverse side because this uses Girard-Perregaux's more modern automatic movement. We're used to seeing the 3000 series calibers, and we have been since those debuted back in 1994. This is the larger, newer, and longer-legged caliber 1800. First, you can see it better fills a large case back. Second, it's got a longer power reserve. 46 on the caliber 3300 here becomes 54 hours of power reserve. It has the hacking seconds. It has the quick set date. It beats sway at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it pivots on 26 joules. It's very nicely decorated. You can see mirrored bevels. I'll do my best to show you those. You can really see them well from this vantage point. They're particularly broad, which is impressive. While they're likely started mechanically, their perfectly smooth mirrored sheen suggests they are finished by manual means. We have linear Côte de Genève across the bridges, circular Côte de Genève on the rotor, engine turned perlage on the base plate, and one of the most attractive barrel bridges I have ever seen. 2017. We have a black polished ratchet wheel, or at least black polished ratchet wheel teeth atop the barrel, and the barrel itself has been beautifully solarized. The train wheels are satinated, and as you can see, the watch uses Etikron for a fine adjustment, and that's of both timing and beat error. You can also see that there is a micrometric eccentric screw regulator, so this can be adjusted quite precisely. Everything about this movement is attractive. The screw heads are black polished. The center ball bearing features solarization and ceramic bearings for ultra-high efficiency. It is the GP automatic you want on a watch like this. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.